Michelle, do you read whale oil?
No, if I can avoid it, no, I don't. And I think the issue here is this. There are many bloggers who are what I'd call part of the media, and I'll take, for example, somebody like David Slack or Bernard Hickey. Now, I don't necessarily agree with their approach, and David will be quite clear. He comes from the left of the political spectrum, but he doesn't use his website to unfairly abuse, defame, or engage in personal grudges against individuals. Mike's right, the man has no money. He lives with his father. He's been an ACC beneficiary. He delights in the fact that he's able to have pot shots at people, and in saying this now, I'm probably risking him doing that again, because that's the sort of person he is. I'm on his hit list for personal reasons only, and I think it's quite right that the law should distinguish between people who are genuinely engaging in political discourse.
Cameron Slater wants a right of reply. He is online. Are you two willing to take Cameron on for a minute or so?
What do you mean take him on?
Have a conversation.
Wants to ring in. He's a member of the public.
All right.
He's entitled to do so. He must listen to your show all day.
Cameron Slater, welcome to the show.
G'day, Wallace. How's it going?
How are you?
Well, I've just been driving in the car and listening to the outrageous comments from Michelle and not so outrageous comments from Mike.
Well, what do you go? Firstly, your thoughts in terms of actually. Let me ask you a question first. In terms of verifying information, and we respect what people say on blogs, and congratulations on having such a well-run and huge blog. But in terms of verifying information for fact, isn't that a good thing to do? To pick up the phone and check with someone like Michelle or Mike to see if the story is accurate.
Well, Michelle should actually learn from that, because the stories that I've written about Mr. Blomfield are based on his own emails, of which I have 15,000 of them. Now, I published the emails and published commentary around those emails and told a story in a rather methodical manner. I researched them. I actually spent 3 months preparing the series of comments, which is certainly a lot more than, say, the Herald did on their research for their attacks on rest homes, for instance, when I released the leaked email from them.
Right.
So I spent a considerable amount of time researching it. I spent a considerable amount of time talking to people who were involved with those emails and the transactions and the details around all of those. And then I started publishing them. But Mr. Blomfield didn't like the truth being told about him, and so he slapped me with a defamation suit.
So Cameron, when you call me a poisonous lying scumbag, right? How do you justify that? Cameron, am I a poisonous lying scumbag or not?
So when I get something wrong, generally I fess up and apologise. It's the case of Chris Carter. I got something wrong. A source misled me. That source, of course, I'll never disclose who it was, but I'll never believe anything that they say to me again as a result of that.
All right, Cameron.
I publicly apologise to Chris Carter when I'm wrong.
So, Cameron, are you going to publicly apologise to me for calling me a poisonous lying scumbag, or are you going to call me a poisonous lying scumbag like you did on your blog? Because if that's what you think, you should have the guts to say so on this radio station.
Well, Michelle, you can take offence at whatever you like. I believe those comments were made around the ACC issue, and I happen to know a fair bit about details about that. But I can't.
So, are you standing by those comments, Cameron?
I would have to Google and see if I actually made those.
Oh, of course you did. It came up on search engines all the time.
Cheers.
It is 1:37 now. Just a quick retraction on it from the panel from yesterday. Look, yesterday on the show during the panel, rather heated panel discussion, whilst discussing Cameron Slater and the whale oil blog, panellist Michelle Boag mentioned that Cameron was a beneficiary, an ACC beneficiary living at home with his father. Now, that's not the case. So just want to retract that Cameron is not a beneficiary living at home with his father.
It's Wallace Chapman. 0800